姉がいますと。姉がいますと。ペットがいますと。姉がいますと. Oh, hi. Sorry, just brushing up on my Japanese for when I go over there later this year, so that my sister doesn't have to babysit me while I'm out there, because she'll have her hands full as it is taking care of 2 kids. So, hey KHF, looking forward to MCM. I've got my ticket all printed out. Now, all I've got to do is wait for Saturday to come. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to MCM this year. This is going to be interesting one, considering what my costume is going to be. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully see you there. Come up and say hello if you see me. Don't worry, I don't bite. What I was trying to say in Japanese, the first bit was I have an older sister. The second one was I have a pet. I'm just getting the basics down. So even though I don't think there will be situations where I have to use them while I'm over there. But yeah, just getting the basics down so that I can get by when I'm over there. So hey everyone. Hey, so once again, lunch with KHF is upon us. Woohoo! And we've got Ditto back with us, of course. So hopefully he's sobered up this time. I think he's unconscious, quite honestly. How interesting! You were learning Japanese when I was doing some Dutch. Oh, interesting. Which part of La Latina is your favorite? The part that isn't near me. Oh, great! The La Latina crew are here. Hey, Chibichisi, hey, Afro-Taku. That makes it sound like you two are the La Latina crew. No, I just mean the usual suspects are here. But I probably shouldn't talk about darkness while I'm peeling a banana. Oh, these dreams done to me. Oh gosh. Ditto, shut up back there. Alright, I'm gone. Don't blame you, quite honestly. That yellow thing you love so much. What, a banana? Well, yes, I do like a banana. So, this is a very special. Yeah, she meant be thinking of. Like today is a very special stream. Not because I was starting it out going over my Japanese, or not because we've got Ditto with us, but because I was finally able to find Dinobot Slug. It was the one Dinobot I didn't have. It was the one I was missing, and I couldn't find him anywhere. Now I finally found him, and I can't. I know his original name was Slag, but I can't call him Slag because Slag is a bad word here in the UK. That's why they had to change his name to Slug. But yes, I've got Slug now, which means I can finally make Volcanicus, which is the Dinobot combiner form, which is awesome. Me, Grimlock, best Dinobot. Yeah, Grimlock is best Dinobot. Speaking of Ditto, I went to see Detective Pikachu yesterday. Oh well, I hope you enjoyed it. Especially because Darkness Love has returned. No, it hasn't. That which wasn't there can't return. Got 2 more episodes left of Konosuba Season 1. That's cool. Oh, if that's the case, you have either seen the infamous episode or are about to see it. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, MCM this weekend. Woo! I can't wait. I've booked tickets to have my have a photo session with Stephen Amell while I'm there. Me and my best mate are going to be doing that. So on the Sunday, which will be fun. Where will I be wandering around at MCM? Which will, I mean, everywhere. I'll just be going around everywhere. Just look for the 6'3" guy with the gun blade. Because yeah, I'll be everywhere. I tend to just wander around, talk to people, interact, and just in general have a good time. But yeah, looking forward to. Well, I hope I meet you there too. But yeah, looking forward to meeting Stephen Amell on the Sunday because I've seen interviews with the guy. He seems like he's a legitimately cool guy. So looking forward to having a picture taken with him, and that will mean I've met both Oliver and Thea Queen because I've already met Willa Holland. So I won't be in cosplay, by the way. Oh well, then MCM's like the one place you'll stand out by not being in costume. So if I see any Darkness cosplayers, I'll be like, "You stay away from me." Oh, meanwhile, Darkness cosplayers, you may not be able to hold your feelings back any longer. I'm not a flinky animal, especially because those feelings aren't there. And I already made a risque joke about that last week, which was really bad and does not reflect my views on or attitude towards female cosplayers. I've been to plenty of MCMs over my normal clothes. So have I. I've gone normally plenty of times. What do you mean you'll be cosplaying? You can change your shape into anything you want. And I've gone insane. Would you like to see that in a mill form or till form? What the hell even is this? Oh, I know what they mean, but it's like, oh. Did cosplay with Steven Universe on budget? Well, it's better than some cosplay I've seen when I'm there. So, right, it's just my regular all-day breakfast sandwich today because I've kind of already had lunch with my mate who I'm going to MCM on the Sunday with. So, TILF means sexy teacher. Yeah, no, and that's disgusting because I have no respect for teachers. So, I went to MCM twice a year for several years. Ever since my fatigue got this bad, I don't have the energy tablet anymore. Yeah, that's got to be tough. That. Yeah, I can imagine that's very difficult. Not just with not going to MCM, but just with life in general. How many days am I going to MCM for? All three of them. All three of them. I put the time off work and I'm going for the whole long weekend because I figured, you know what, I'm buying a weekend ticket. I'm going to go all 3 days. Whether I'll be in costume all 3 days or not, that's a different story. But I'll be going all 3 days. Just a sad day for me once again. It's cool if you're only going one day. My mate who I'm going with on Sunday is only coming the Sunday. What was I going to say? But yeah, should be fun times had by all. Should I bring Ditto along with me as my mascot there? MCM Weeb Vlogs. Hey, who knows? I might try and do a quick live stream while I'm there. Who knows? But don't quote me on that. That is not a promise there because one, the Wi-Fi there is rubbish, and there's only so much I can do on my data. So, and plus I'm going to be busy throughout the day. So don't count on me doing that. But, if the opportunity presents itself, well, we'll see what happens. Also, how can I not like Tills when with Quistis? Yeah, well, Quistis stops being a teacher like partway into the game. So there you go. I don't like Tills because I don't like teachers. So, But I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to cause any sort of controversy on this channel. I should get up to Agrabah on Kingdom Hearts 1, but now I'm dreading Monstro and Atlantica. Yeah. Easily the two worst levels in the game. I was going to say, like, when I was a kid, I just kind of went along with Atlantica. I didn't really think much of it, but, the older I got, the more I began to dread doing it. That is easily the worst level in the game, and it was not missed in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's still better than Kingdom Hearts 2. Atlantica, what, you didn't like singing about Finny Fun? Oh gosh, that was why I mean, I get it. Little Mermaid had some of the most memorable songs in Disney history, and it probably had one of the best soundtracks in Disney history to it. But why was that a thing? But I never dreaded it as much as I dreaded doing the Lilo and Stitch level in Birth by Sleep. Not because the level's bad, but, well, you know why. There's personal reasons as to why I dreaded that level. So I got distracted because I just got a message on my phone. It doesn't even count as a world, it's a spaceship. Even so, it's based on Lilo and Stitch, and I hate that Stitch. Don't you even think of transforming into Stitch? I hate that Stitch. If I see anyone dressed as Stitch, I'm joking. I'm joking. Well, I don't know. I don't think I mentioned this on the last stream, but I did mention this on Twitter. Is it weird that sometimes at conventions and stuff, you'll see people like live streaming for their like gaming news channel or things like that, interviewing like developers and stuff that are there, and you'll see the convention going on in the background just while they're talking. Is it weird that I want to find where they're doing one of those streams or one of those recordings and just like stage a fake fight in the background, just me and whoever I'm there with just having a fake punch up in the background, which probably ends with me like my friend right hooking, so not round, like right hooking me and then just knocking me down, just purely for the sake of that one person. Just one person who, this is how pathetic this aspiration is, the one person who will say in the comment section, lol, the two guys fighting in the background. Oh, I think I need to set my aspirations a bit higher. Oh, I am quite insane. Is it weird that anytime someone says, "Is it weird?" I immediately respond with yes without even letting them finish. Thoughts on him Cummings winning his custody of his daughter? Didn't even know that was a thing. Sorry, I'm even chuckling at my own idea. Just the idea. My friend fake fight. We'd probably get thrown out, quite honestly, for doing that. We're like, no, we were fake fighting for the sake of trolling their live stream. Oh, I swear. Do you know what video game series I've been revisiting recently myself is the Monkey Island games, which, oh my gosh, I forgot how funny those games actually were. Those games were brilliant and oftentimes delightfully dark in their comedy. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's a that's a franchise I've been having a lot of fun revisiting, even if some of the logic to the puzzles makes no sense, but that's part of the humor. I only ever played the PS2 game and I loved it. Yeah, that was my. I think that was my introduction as well, and then I went back and played the older games. But yeah, I've been playing those. They're so much fun. I'd say the thing is, like, I'd want them to bring that back because it was such a good franchise. But at the same time, I kind of don't because I feel like if they brought it back now, like they put in a load of meme humor and things like that, saying like I don't know hashtag Threepwood or something like that. It would just be this attempt to pander to the kids of today, and it just wouldn't be funny. I mean, they might not. I mean, they might get a genuinely good writing team if they brought it back. I know they did one a couple of years ago. I know Telltale did one a couple of years ago, which I still have not checked out. Can I even still check it out now that Telltale have gone? But anyway, but point, yeah, they did that, but like, you know, I'd want a proper full like return of the franchise. Moon Logic is the bread and butter point and click games. Yeah, pretty much. Why do I feel like I'm getting ignored? Because the topic you're asking about is probably best avoided. Quite honestly, mate. Or maybe that's what I'll actually do with somebody in the background of a live stream at MCM do a round of insult sword fighting. Insult sword fighting is brilliant. Except in the third game. Right, no, I'm glad it was back in the third game, but what annoys me is that like doing that whole mission to get your map back from I can't remember the French pirate guy. Doing that whole quest to get him back, and you have to work your way up, learning all the different insult sword fighting techniques. Yes, that was done in the first game with the sword master, but they stretch it out to ridiculous lengths in the third game just for the sake of padding out the game, and it just gets so monotonous after a while. I mean, yeah, it's funny, but it's like, come on, let me challenge him already. Oh, hello, David Timmer. Just shut up. Don't worry, you haven't really missed anything. I've just been talking about the Monkey Island series and how much I love that. But yeah, bring back Monkey Island, but if you bring it back, make it, you know, good. Don't put in like meme humor. Sound about as noise, yeah, Monkey Combat. I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, if you haven't played those games, the original 4 are available in a bundle on Steam, and I do highly recommend them. The first 2 games even got like a graphical update in their special editions. They're not particularly long games either. They're fairly short games, but yeah, they're a lot of fun and delightfully dark. If there's one series I want to revisit or revise, is the Ape Escape series. Yeah, bring back Ape Escape! What happened to Ape Escape? Bring back Ape Escape. Ape Escape was amazing. I never did play the third one, actually. But bring back Ape Escape. Ape Escape was awesome. Ape Escape Monkey Island crossover. Make that happen. Actually, that would be amazing, actually. I love the idea of Guybrush Threepwood bumbling around with the gadgets in Ape Escape. Oh. Oh, and Klonoa as well. I never played Klonoa, so anyway, anything new? Well, Ditto won't shut up back there, and got MCM this weekend, which I am greatly. Oh, shaking the camera there, but didn't knock it over. Yeah, MCM this weekend, which I've been looking forward to, which is going to be fun. Above all else, I want them to bring back. Above all else, the series I want them to bring back is Gridania. The commonly underrated JRPG. Well, lives on as a place in Final Fantasy XIV now. Although I've been watching, probably seen on Twitter, but I have been watching more ghost stories, and oh my gosh, it's blinking dub. The dub of ghost stories, it is actually the gift that keeps on giving. For your amusement, an actual quote on the ghost stories dub. So I'm nailing this midget when my mom walks in. That's from an official dub, not a fan dub. That's from the official dub. Gordania, not Gridania. Sorry, it registered in my head as Gridania. Sorry. Right, I've seen. So I was just going through the pictures on my phone. I've seen one that my sister's partner sent me, and like about the whole. What's his name? About Robert Pattinson playing Batman, and like the ridiculous reaction that people have had to that. It's like, you guys know he's not actually Edward Cullen, right? You know, he just played him in the films, and even he said he hated the character. It's like, so it's like, yeah, God. He was such a dude. I mean, yeah, he was. Like, he has been in other things. Oh my gosh, like, when was the last time Twilight was even relevant? Honestly. And, like, got me hating on this decision without even having seen any footage of him playing the character. Again, he's not actually Edward Cullen. I also happen to know that he is a really good babysitter. Because he actually used to live nearby me, and he babysitted for a friend of my mum's, actually. So there you go. That's my celebrity connection. When 50 Shades of... No, we're not talking about 50 Shades of Grey, because you are going to turn that into something about darkness. Of course I knew that. Don't know what you're implying there. Of course I know. I feel like I'm in an Ace Attorney case involving the Steel Samurai. No more Shades of Grey, only darkness. Oh, here we go. I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have put the thought in your head, but I knew it would come around to that because, well, that's the joke with the Konosuba community is 50 Shades of Darkness. I think he knew it would come back around to that. Yes, I did kind of walk into that one. Excuse me, sorry. I haven't been well this past week. I had a chest infection and a cold, and I still haven't recovered 100% yet. So, I mean, I'm well enough to do this, and I took a couple of days off work, but I've gone back to work now because, well, I'm well enough to work, but just not 100% yet. The cough in particular refuses to go. Although most of the chest infection is gone, but it's just the bits of cold that are still lingering. Right. It's my sandwich done, and that's it. Like I say, I only had a couple of light bits today because I've already had lunch. So I'm going Hobbit here, and I'm having a second lunch. So I have pre-expo flu. Yeah, pretty much. I just sprayed my drink everywhere there. Yeah, so one or two things is going to happen at MCM. I'm either going to spread the last bits of my cold around there and it will all be gone for me, and that's fine. That's not my problem. That's for the other people to deal with. Or I'm going to catch something else while I'm there and get even worse. Imagine writing Darkness's name in the Death Note, dying and ending up in nowhere is the ultimate punishment. But I can tell you she's going to love it. Yeah, but knowing Darkness, she's probably immune from the Death Note somehow. We're talking about a woman who had a sword break on her arm when somebody was trying to cut her arm off. So. About a woman who survived the full force explosion from Megumin. So if anything, Darkness probably has an immunity to the Death Note. Although she probably has it as an aphrodisiac. Oh, Konosuba was a mistake. Excuse me. Not to mention she survived the onslaught of cabbages. Yes, well, that was she was enjoying that a bit too much. Like Megumin, enough said. Well, enjoy jail. No, I do like Megumin as a character, but like the way the fan base is with her, it's like we need to sit down and have a talk. Watch her being tortured while I'm high. Okay. I actually got asked if I was a stoner actually the other day, like Joe and I did when we were out together. I guess because I wear a leather jacket and he has long hair. But I mean, I don't judge people who are, but I'm just like, yeah, no, not us. Great character. I don't worry about being an active GPGC, it's fine. Nothing interesting is going on here anyway. Everyone's just trying to convince me of things that are not true, things that are false, fiction. It's not true, it's a lie. What is the Megumin? The most deadly lolly you will ever meet. The most terrifying lolly you will ever meet. Although probably the most consistently well-written character in the Konosuba books. I'll give her that much. We're just trying to get him to admit his love for Lalatina. There is no love for Lalatina. No, I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. I'm not into that that king is shit. Beyond the Endless Abyss, where that's the heart of all world's Kingdom Hearts, but then they changed Kingdom Hearts to being that Heart Moon thingy. So they retcon their own continuity almost immediately. From Kingdom Hearts to Konosuba already. Well, all this talk about the darkness. It's it was bound to happen. Don't you start with the darkness stuff. He did her transform into Lalatina. The truth will be revealed. No, don't do that. Don't listen to that. Thought you were illiterate anyway. Don't you even? I know what you get up to in daycare. Don't you think I don't know? I can be any chef you want, honey. While you're here, what am I hearing? I'm here hating darkness. I don't hear hating darkness. I'm saying I hate darkness. I'm here hating. I'm here hating Chris because everyone hates Chris. Yeah, I got that. I actually don't mind Chris as a character. I think she's fine. She's fun. She becomes more, a lot more relevant later on in the books. I'll say the one Pokemon that is creepy in live action is actually Ditto. Yeah, take that, blobby boy. If I was as I am making you give in to darkness, I could give Master Xehanort a run for his money. I shall never give in to the darkness. I shall remain a good boy. Chris Thorndyke, shh, we do not speak its name. Hashtag Sonic X ruins everything. Oh, tell me I'm wrong. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? I've never checked that out, actually. I kind of want to check it out from the title alone, but I get the feeling it's going to be a series I won't like. So, but hey, look, I've survived Love Hina, so I feel like I can bloody take on anything. Bloody Sonic X, yes, hashtag Sonic X ruins everything. My personal favourite Sonic game is Unleashed. You can't say that. The Sonic fans will hear you. They're everywhere, you know. Oh, gosh. By the way, I love how people think... I think I discussed this last stream as well. People think that the Sonic movie is going to be better now that they've said they're going to improve the CGI. No, it's not. It's still going to be rubbish. It's just he's going to be easier to look at. But as we all know, whether a Sonic product is good or not depends entirely on Sonic's design. I remember Sonic X being on Fox Kids, but I never watched it. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. Besides some kid getting a huge crush on Sonic to the point where he was willing to let everything be destroyed just because he wanted to be with Sonic. I was like, Chris Thorndyke was Princess Elise before Princess Elise was Princess Elise. There's a sentence I bet you never thought you'd hear. I can't believe I used to like that show unironically. Well, if you liked it, that's fair enough. The best thing about Sonic X, was the theme song. It was so bad it was glorious. Well, here in the UK in particular, like we didn't get the We didn't get the gotta go fast, gotta go faster. We got that in the credits sequence, but like, or at least the version like I saw was like this generic, just techno rock thing. It was weird. Isn't there like an infamous scene in the Japanese version of Sonic X where an Eggman's talking to Rouge and he says to her, "You mind the demographic for this anime is kids." Like in the Japanese version, he says to her, "Your breasts are huge." And then like it cuts to another scene and then cuts back to Eggman and Rouge and he's got a red mark on his cheek from where she's clearly slapped him. I'm like, the Rouge is confusing enough as it is. Don't make it harder. I think Jetix, Jetix probably did have the proper one, but ITV had the crap one. I'm really hoping though that ITV do reach a deal with AEW because WWE, the way it is at the moment, I need a decent wrestling product. Hey there, going to MCM? Yes, I am going to MCM, and I will be going there as your namesake. Actually, going there as Squall. Something I never thought I'd be excited about, but here we are. I also remember Sonic and the Black Knight quite well. I've actually got the theme song to Sonic and the Black Knight on my iTunes, actually, Night of the Wind, because that song is amazing. Which was very interesting in a very bad way. When I first played Sonic Adventure 2. Well, look, all those lusting over Rouge, I'm going to kill it for you right here and now. Bats urinate on themselves. There you go. Actually, that's probably going to encourage some people. I've seen what the internet is like. The only good thing to come out of that show was one YouTuber who makes very, very crude redubs of certain clips. Oh, gosh. I knew they did that for the games, but well, I guess it makes sense to do it for the anime as well. Well, that's pretty much empty now. But yeah, oh gosh, Sonic X, that was doesn't Tails fuck a plant in like the last season of it? Doesn't Tails get a plant girlfriend? Don't hurt me, but my first Sonic game was Sonic Heroes. That was the first game for a lot of people, and I don't necessarily think Heroes is a bad introduction to the franchise. It's not a great game, but it's not like there's nothing like it's not as bad as say Shadow the Hedgehog or 06 or Boom Rise of Lyric. Apparently the sub of Sonic X is quite good. No, it isn't! That's bollocks and you know it! That's a lie! You made that up! Sonic Heroes had an amazing soundtrack. Yeah, it did, actually. Or Lost World. Well, yeah, Lost World's not a great game, but it's functionally at least good. It's funny because the actual sub had Sonic say shit at one point. Well, yeah, Japanese Sonic, because Sonic was a character they wanted to appeal to both Japanese and Western audiences. In Japan, Sonic occasionally will say things in English, and because they don't have swear words in Japan, they don't realize that shit is an offensive word. So that's why you'll have Sonic saying shit in an anime aimed at children. The light! I'm sorry, Sonic! I'm sorry I spoke ill of your crappy games. I know there are good ones as well. I'm not like Igan, who say you were never good. By the way, has anyone ever watched Sonic Zombie? If you haven't, you need to stop watching my shit and go and watch that now because it's so bad, but it's intentionally bad. I'll say that right now. The creator even admitted he made it intentionally bad because it's meant to be a big piss take of kids trying to do Gary's mod videos, and it's so bad, but it's so good. And the guy who does it does a perfect, and I do mean perfect impression of Sonic of Roger Craig Smith as Sonic. Like it's almost identical. Like when I first heard it, I was like, "Wait, did you actually get Roger Craig Smith to do the voice?" Uh, okay, which was Sonic X or Sonic Underground. I actually liked Sonic Underground when I was a kid, but when you're a kid, you're just excited to be watching, something about Sonic. It's like, oh, it's Sonic, and he's got an electric guitar. It's awesome, but like, yeah, look back at it, it's it's really not that good. But um, one thing that will always amuse me about Underground is the fact that Jalal White uh, did the voice of all three of the characters. Yes, he even did the voice of the girl. And I didn't find that out until I was an adult. But I'm like, that's amazing. That is. I'm much happier now in my life knowing that fact. That is amazing. Uh, uh, I vaguely remember Sonic Underground. I haven't seen a lot of compared to Adventures, which of the DVD box set for. Um, at the very least, we can all agree that Sat AM had amazing. Was amazing, especially Robotnik. I haven't actually watched that much Sat AM actually, but I do remember Robotnik is seriously badass in Sat AM. What's my favorite Keyblade transformation? Keyblade summon skedaddle. See how many people are going to get that. Or how the voice of Double D plays Sonic's singing voice. Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, yeah, because they had a song. They had a song every episode in Sonic Underground. Most of them were pretty bad. But it's also the only. It was also the only one of those cartoons in that era to feature Knuckles, though. What's my opinion of Jim Carrey's Robotnik? Personally, I would love it. Well, you're not going to like what I have to say though, because I hate it. But then again, I'm not the biggest Jim Carrey guy. I will admit there are some films of his that I do legitimately like. I'll say that right now. Like in the right kind of environment, he's fine. But most of the time, I can't stand Jim Carrey. And in this, I'm like, no, that is just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey. That's not Dr. Robotnik. That's just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey. But then again, that's the only character he can play anyway. uh, Imagine Donkey Kong's voice actor voicing Sonic from the DK animated series. I watched a lot of that when I was a kid as well. And again, I remember liking it as a kid. But again, a kid, you're watching, oh yeah, it's Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's got a cartoon. But yeah, it's really not that good. It's really not. Like I actually watched a couple of episodes on YouTube, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is awful. I was easily amused as a child. You don't insult Jim Carrey. That's it. Back to the darkness. I will take the darkness over um over Jim Carrey. What do I feel about burritos? Never really had a burrito actually. Oh, KHF darkness, I shower you with coconut cream pies. Should have seen that guy. That line is so wrong. It is so wrong. I'm like, this is a kid show. This is oh, that line is so wrong. I think I did reference the Donkey Kong Country cartoon though in my Nanaka 617 review, didn't I? I mentioned the song "The Mirror Never Lies," which is a ridiculous premise. It's um, I really love how the Wheel of Fate transforms into a spear. Okay. I was so talking about Keyblade transformations. Um, but like the best and worst part about the songs in Donkey Kong Country is that the guy doing the singing voice for Donkey Kong is actually a really good singer, and it's like these awful songs, but he sings them so well. I'm like, wow, who knew Donkey Kong could sing? Uh, Actually, it's interesting that we bring this up because I was playing Diddy's Conquest on my SNES a couple of days ago. Actually, TK for Broadway. Yes. I think the daftest thing about the songs was that they had two of them. Not always, but they nearly did. Nearly every episode. Uh, Eddie, let me go back to my home. Without me, everything's all wrong. Uh, that episode in particular, when they're doing the "It's a Wonderful Life" parody, which was actually called "It's a Wonderful Life." It's like they weren't even subtle about the film they were ripping off. Um, like it's this whole thing of DK realizing how much better things are with him, even though they really weren't. But like, there's a point where he goes up to like different timeline Funky, and Funky's like, "Do I know you, dude?" And DK's just like, "We were friends in another life." And Chunky just not Chunky, Funky just hugs the guy. Sorry, I said Chunky, but Chunky's dead. But yeah, Funky just hugs the guy. It's like, finally, someone who speaks my language. I'm like, why is that not a meme? Why is that not a thing? KHF reviews Donkey Kong songs. Maybe I should. Maybe that should be a thing. Hey, oh, look out down below. Here he comes, Banana Slammer, Conga Bonga's hero. Although I have to. Donkey Kong, you'll know what I'm doing. You all know what I'm looking for because now that I've said it, I have to. Uh, Donkey Kong! So bad. It's so bad. Oh. It, I can already see a sub count dropping from singing that, but it's not like my sub count was anything to write home about. Because this animation was so bad. Donkey Kong, let's go, let's go. Here he comes, Banana Slammer. So bad. It's so bad, but it's awesome. Come on, how can you hate on that show when it has the catchphrase Banana Slammer? Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, that is my legit enjoyment of that show. Is that it's so bad that it's brilliant. Like I actually think it's a work of art with how bad it is. It's been quite a while since I cringed that hard. Well, that's what you get for the darkness crap that I have to put up with. Speaking of video game cartoons, I used to watch Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3 and Super Mario World. I watched a bit of those. When I was young, I didn't watch a lot of them. I did watch a couple of episodes, but I was too busy watching the crap ones like Donkey Kong Country and Sonic Underground. Yeah, come on. The Donkey Kong Country cartoon brought us Leo Luster, so think about that. And if you don't know who Leo Luster is, you have not seen what is one of the greatest characters to come out of a cartoon based on a video game ever. If you haven't seen Leo Luster, look him up because Leo Luster is fucking awesome. It's great because it's a Nutty Professor like parody, but it's you just you need to watch it. It is so cringy, but it's amazing. Honestly, I didn't even know that cartoon existed until a few years ago. What the Donkey Kong one? Then you did not have a good childhood. It's so bad. It's so. Uh, what's up with that wheeze at the end? What, me? It's because I'm still not 100%. That's why. Mama Luigi or spaghetti. No, do not bring that back. Do not bring back bloody CDI YouTube poop crap. Ugh. I never found those funny. Like the CDI cutscenes I find funny because they're bad, but like YouTube poops of it, I never found those funny. Not that I have anything against people who like them or people who made them, but I never once found those funny. Oh, you were talking about the Mama Luigi quote. It's been a while since I heard that quote, so. Imagine somebody made a YouTube. Somebody did make a YouTube poop of me, actually, and I was flattered. Like years ago, like on my old channel, somebody did do one of me, and I was flattered. They were making me say I wanted to fuck dragons or something. I think Ditto's passed out there. All his drinking. At least the cartoons, they never hard Mario shouting, "So long, Gay Bowser." What is that? I never heard that one. By the way, I think I linked this on my Twitter, but if you haven't watched it, you need to. It was basically somebody did. It's basically the theme tune to Johnny Bravo, but it's with All Might from My Hero Academia, and it's brilliant. Just how well it fits with All Might as a character. I just I looked at that and I was just like, have you ever not known how much you needed something until you got it? That was me with that. That's me with All Might in general, because All Might's such a great character. All Might is my anime man crush. All Might, he's more American than Chris Evans as Captain America. He's a man, such a man. He's a real man's man. uh, and my descent into My Hero Academia has begun. Well, it's the next step on the journey I've been on. So what can I say? You know, I'm not going to apologize for enjoying something just because it's what the majority enjoy. That's not why I'm watching it. I'm watching it because I was feeling called to watch it. Uh, I am a real American. Fight for what's right. So, isn't it fight for the right of every man? Uh, oh, excuse me. I'm trying my own all might there. I'll be coughing up blood before long. Actually, shouldn't joke about that. That's yeah, All Might, real American hero. Texas smash! The hit right, the smash! Brilliant character. As if you haven't watched, there's a link to it on my Twitter. Like, or just look up Johnny Bravo intro All Might. It's just so amazing how well that works for him. What was his? Oh, I'd say bring back Johnny Bravo, but they couldn't bring back Johnny Bravo because some of the jokes in that, like some of the humor with the character, you would never be allowed to get away with in today's society. They'd really tone him down and like just make him not funny. Yeah, I've seen the All Might Johnny Bravo and I love it. It's brilliant. Maybe that's a cosplay I should do. That's a cosplay I should do to a future convention. Go as Johnny Bravo, just like get like fake muscles, just wear the black t-shirt, the jeans, the shades, and then get a wig for the big pompadour. Actually, Johnny Bravo would be a fun one to do. Actually, I might actually do that one year if they try and bring back Johnny Bravo. The social justice warriors would lose their collective shit. Yeah, they would. All the more reasons to do it. Oh, hey, death battle. Johnny Bravo versus PC Principal. Make it happen. That's actually an awesome idea, actually. Let's not forget Cartoon Network's track record of reboots. Well, yeah, we all remember what happened with the Powerpuff Girls. The glory. I'm thinking of the greatness that was Johnny Bravo. My mum always hated me watching that cartoon because she hated the character. But like, I'm like, that's kind of the point. The guy thinks he's super studly, but he isn't. Okay, I think we should all go and suggest that right now. Yeah, that would be an awesome death battle. Johnny Bravo versus PC Principal. That would be great. You smell kind of pretty. Wanna smell me? Johnny Bravo's messed up. I think I used that line in a craziness video, didn't I? With what's his name? The Sam Riegel character, Taniguchi. That's it. Wasn't there rumors like Dwayne Johnson was going to play a live action version of Johnny Bravo at one point? And I'm like, I am so disappointed that didn't happen because that would have been so bad but so amazing at the same time. Oh gosh, that would be golden. It would. That would be amazing. Like so bad, but like so good. I think he was even on board with that, and I'm like, why didn't it happen? That would have been so bad, but so good. For some reason, John Cena was going to play the live action version of Dave the Barbarian, but the idea got canned. I never saw that, so. Uh, yeah, John Cena, who previously mocked Dwayne Johnson for going to Hollywood over WWE, and now has done exactly that himself. Huh. Anyway, although I did like Cena in Bumblebee. I thought he was all right in that. So, uh, but then again, that film surprised everybody by being, good. See, you remove Michael Bay, and what happens? I really you do really need to see Bumblebee. I enjoyed it. I thought I will hold my hands up and say I liked that film. I liked it. It was actually fun. I know people are up in arms because it slightly contradicts like the continuity of like the other films. I only saw the first two, so I don't know about the film continuities because I didn't care. But I have heard it was meant to be a soft reboot, so. After watching the first two Bayformer films, I lost all interest in the future movies. Yeah, that was the same with me. I saw the sequel in cinemas, no less, and I was just like, I am never getting that time back. I sat through that awful movie, then went home and did a video saying it was an awful movie, only to be told off for thinking that it was an awful movie. I just okay. It's like, but after that, I pretty much swore off ever seeing any of the other films. I'm like, no, I'm not giving Michael Bay any of my money. As for giant fighting robot movies, I'll stick with Pacific Rim. I've never seen that, but I've heard that was really good. So yeah, like Bay, how do you make giant robots boring? Just how do you pull that off? By the way, if in the next Transformers film we don't have Optimus Prime saying "Lay it on me, man," then I'm not going to see it. If you don't know that, let me see if I can find the line. That is a legit line from the G1 cartoon. Optimus Prime saying, "As I believe the Earthlings say, lay it on me, man." Let me see if I can find that clip.
Hey, Optimus, how'd you like to hear number one on the Decepticon Hot Cassette Charts? As I believe the Earthlings say, lay it on me, man.
Optimus Prime legitimately said that. See, I missed that when Optimus used to try and be, down with the kids, being the awkward dad, be like, yeah, I'm cool, lay it on me, man. Oh. As a Transformers fan, I approve of that. Such a because these days, like his response to "How would you like to hear the number one jam from the Decepticons?" would be "Proceed." But no, I miss when he would try and be down with the Earthlings. Lay it on me, man. Another line I love from him is there's one where like he's in a fight with Megatron and he says to him, as the Earthlings say, fat chance, fathead. Like Oh, I miss Awkward Dad Optimus. Awkward Dad Optimus is the best Optimus. uh, oh, Peter Cullen is such a Maltese. Oh, Peter Cullen, the one true voice of Optimus Prime. I mean, I like, in animated, I liked, David Kay. I love David Kay. First of all, Beast Wars. He was playing Beast Wars Megatron. So, I liked, I did enjoy his portrayal in animated of like a younger, more inexperienced Optimus. But nobody can quite capture what Peter Cullen did for Optimus, or still does in tons of other Transformers media. Uh, the bargaining chip should men play at the end of the game. Yes. It's funny because in an interview I heard David Kay say that his idol, like his the voice actor he looked up to the most was Frank Welker, and Frank Welker was the voice of G1 Megatron, and then David Kay's the voice of his descendant in Beast Wars Megatron. And I'm just like, oh, how wonderfully that worked out. Why do you always talk to yourself? I simply have a penchant for intelligent conversation. That's what I tell. I legit tell people that when they ask me why I talk to myself. I'm like, it's because I have a penchant for intelligent conversation. Michael Bay versus M. Night Shyamalan, ruiners of franchises. Yeah, but what would the twist be? So we've gone from we've gone from darkness to Sonic to darkness to Transformers, apparently. But then again, I was talking about how I've got Slug earlier and how happy I was about that earlier in the stream, so I guess it's come full circle. I will never forgive him for The Last Airbender. Nobody will, but I just... this is probably an uncouth joke, but I do find it a bit ironic that with The Last Airbender that the girl with penis hair went on to voice the Avatar's lesbian lover in the sequel series. Oh, that was probably bad. I'm sorry, that wasn't meant to be a knock on anything. That was a very bad joke. I'm sorry. Bad jokes are the best, though. Yeah, but the internet, the way it is, you're not allowed to have bad jokes anymore. I really need to give Korra another chance because I remember it being a bit unfair to it when it first came out. You should, because Legend of Korra is really good. Like, especially the later seasons, like it gets really good, like really dark in some places as well. But then again, the original series was like that as well. But like Korra gets particularly dark in some areas, and like it's really good, and that's why like the Kurosami thing. Like, I'm not against that in concept. Like, I'm not against the idea of that being the ending pairing. But what annoyed me about it is that that's all anybody talks about with it anymore. When actually, even before that, you had such a good series, but now, like, and not that it's a bad thing to talk about, but that's all anybody focuses on. And I just think that I only think that's a shame because of all the great stuff that came before it. Julie, do the thing. That was Varric is just like the best character. That was my third favorite boat. I named it after my mother. Rest in peace, Rocky Bottom. Well, you just said that the villain of season 1 was a joke when you first saw it. What? Don't you say that? Amon was voiced by Stephen Bloom. You cannot. Was voiced by Steve Bloom. You cannot speak ill of Amon. So he was voiced by Steve Bloom, and that made him awesome. Not to mention any scene where Varric was pure gold. Yeah, Varric is the best character in anything ever. Julie, do the thing. Right, phase 1 of the test is complete. Phase 2, Julie cleans up this mess. Gosh, that lady put up with a lot from him. Basically, Varric's great because he's basically a spoiled 8-year-old inside a grown man's body. That is what is brilliant about the character. Not to mention Knock Knock Hero of the South. Absolutely. Actually, Joe and I, we've been talking about this for years, actually. Joe and I would love to go as Mako and Bolin to a future MCM, which, Joe, I know you watched the replays of this, and I'm sorry for how much I embarrassed you of last week's one. But, Joe, I know you watched the replays of this. We need to seriously talk about that. We need to get serious about doing that. Anyway, I should probably wrap things up because I've got things to take care of. I've got a Hoover and I've got to prepare to make dinner. So thanks again, everybody, for coming out for this live stream. Despite mentions of darkness, it was fine. I mean, mentions of darkness are getting less and less, so that's a plus. The joke has kind of run its course now. But yeah, I don't know if I will be doing one next week because it depends on how tired I am post MCM. But we'll see. We'll see. I will do announcements if I'm going to be doing another one next week. So hopefully we'll also have an announcement video for MCM up, or maybe we'll get to film some videos there. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, it's been great talking with everybody, and I will see everybody later.